Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name is Josh. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful Friday. If it's beautiful where you are, if not, it doesn't really matter. Thank you for joining me. Yes, I've turned the slow chat on, a subscriber only chat, because I keep getting pummeled with like bots if I don't do that. So please make sure you subscribe so you can join the conversation. Thanks for being here. I always do a roll call, just get everybody going, everybody chatting. Where is everybody from today? This is a very big deal. A lot of people are joining from all around the world, and it's really, really crazy. So tell me where you're from and your favorite Chinese restaurant where you're from. I put that on my community page. Maybe your favorite Chinese dish. I'm gonna have to say open-ended egg rolls on my end, just in case we're wondering what I want. So I guess we can kind of like do an update. If you're new to this kind of story, this type of thing, real crime and DCP, it's basically, this is kind of crossover though, because rarely do we cross over from family vlogging to like real crime. But obviously I've been covering 8 Passengers for what seems like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. They're one of the earliest families I ever talked about. I think it was Micah Stauffer, then 8 Passengers. So I've been following along with 8 Passengers for years and years and years. This last week I released all my old videos in 8 Passengers just because rarely will people go back to look at your videos, and they'll just maybe stumble upon them. And I thought it was really important for you guys to rewatch those videos if you hadn't seen them in a long time, and refresh everybody on what we've been going through and what we've been watching them do for the past 3 years. So that's why I did that. It's important to do that. So yeah, I'm glad everybody's here. General Tao chicken, I love it. Dim sum, you got some shrimp dumplings, spice bag. I don't know what that is. That's crazy. So today I obviously cannot live stream this court proceeding. They said you're not allowed to do it. I don't know if it really matters if we're from different countries, but I'm going to respect the laws and the rules of this courtroom if I do get to see this. So what I'll do is I'll put my headphones on and I'll just kind of relay to you what's going on. Most of you will be watching it as well. So I'm not going to be live streaming it, so just make sure you go watch it in your own browser. You need something called WebEx to watch it if you're on a desktop or a phone. And the code, I think, is no, let me get the code for you. I have it here written down. If you download the WebEx app, the code is right here, and I'll get my mods to put that in for you guys to refresh it. There's the code. So WebEx is the app, and there's the code I put in the chat. My mods will take care of it as well if you want it, and I'll just keep it in my clipboard so you can do it. Yeah, and I'm not, you know what? They'll shut it down if they catch it. I'm not trying to break rules here. We all can watch it, and then we can all recap it. I'm sure it's going to be really short anyway. It's not going to be some long herd. It's just going to be basically, I don't know. I'm actually interested. I've never been to a court proceeding before. Never seen how this works before. I also want to do this with Tiffany Raquel, like Tiffany Smith, the Raquel case. I know that's coming up soon. I'd like to do this as well. I'd actually like to go to the courtroom for that one, because that's a pretty big deal. And I think the Tiffany Raquel case is really going to change the game as far as this is concerned. So here's the code again. I'll put it in there. Yes, we will discuss the family court hearing yesterday, about what she said, what it means, and all these kinds of things. A lot of people are calling her a liar about that, but I've got the article here. I've also got the full call that we can listen to, that the neighbor's full call that called the police. So we've got that we can watch. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, so I don't know. So I'm just gonna be safe and not stream it. Oh, it already happened, you're saying? I'm confused. I'm in there. I don't know. We'll see. If it already happened, I'm sure we can also talk about it. It's not, I don't think watching it or being there's a big deal. We're going to get all the information anyway. I don't know if it's done already. I don't know. It's really confusing how this works. There's only one WebEx app, I think. It's WEBEX, just how you spelt it here. That's how it works. Oh, the meeting's limited to 1,000 people, so I'm probably not going to get in then. Yeah, there was a hearing yesterday that a lot of people are confusing. There was a custody hearing yesterday, which we will talk about today. Pretty crazy. Kevin was there. It's crazy. We will talk about it. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, there's still something today. Oh, it's capped out. So maybe I'll pop up law and what's it called? Because if they're in early. Law and Crime Network, is that what it's called? Well, let's see. Let's see. So I'll keep it up anyway, and I'll watch their video as it goes. So no big deal. I can live stream theirs too. It doesn't really matter. So it's set for about 22 minutes. So I think we got let's go through this this one here. There's an article about yesterday's hearing. So let's read this article and then we can get ready to go into the court if that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to share this screen with you guys. Have a look here. This is from Daily Mail Online. Exclusive: YouTuber mom Ruby Frankie appears in court and turns on her children, making outrageous claims about their behavior and accusing them of SA. So this is what's, I think we alluded to this. We talked about this sort of. I think we sort of talked about this. That Jody, we were wondering why she's saying keep that kid away from other kids, assuming that's probably something like SAing, like the Josh Duggar situation. But let's be real, everybody. This kid is a victim as well, victim of his circumstances, and none of this has been proven. And honestly, even if it's true, like it's something that's probably a learned behavior. So let's read this thing here. Ruby Frankie was charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse after one of her sons discovered with open wounds and duct tape on their limbs. Mother of 6 appeared in juvenile court via video call from jail for a shelter hearing in her 4 minor children. Also, there is a TikTok going out there about someone who was overhearing her in prison. We'll look at it. You can't be verified or anything like that, but it's really interesting if it's true. Okay? Don't forget, this is a crowdsourced conversation about real crime. We're not always going to get it right on here. We are seeing things in real time. It's the way this works. So sometimes we won't get caught up with all the facts till later, but we are allowed to have the conversation here. You can ask questions. We can say things here. You know, you're not trying to lie or anything, but you're trying to hash out everything that could be going on. And then that's why I love these types of conversations with you guys. She's probably exaggerating what she claims her kids did, possibly. I've got law and crime up here, Brittany. So we're good to go. So here goes. Mother of 6 sobbed in court as she appeared for a shelter hearing for her 4 minor children to determine custody. Oh, boo-hoo. Sobbed in court. Kiss my ass. Speaking to the public courtroom Thursday, the Mormon mom at time broke down as she made shocking claims that one of her minor children SA'd her sibling and molested several other family members and children in the neighborhood over the years. So this is something, this is really crazy. Understand this for a second. Not only is this kid going to have to live with this for the rest of his life, right? And have this out into the public for the rest of his life, regardless whether I cover it, other people cover it, it's being covered in articles and everything else. But if you knew that your child was doing this over years and years and years, where's the help? And I mean, don't send them to Anastasia camp. Where's the help? Right? If your kid is struggling with something like this and you know about it, you've got to get your kid into some help. The popular YouTuber was arrested along with her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, last month and charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse after one of her sons was discovered. Frankie, 41, appeared on video where she remains on a no bail hold at least until her next court appearance today. YouTuber, okay, and then there's Kevin walking in. He's lost a lot of weight. He's not eating. He's stressed. Good. Frankie's husband, Kevin, wearing a dark suit, sat at the table with his attorney looking straight ahead. The court hearing, presided over by Judge Sukara Bezel, lasted just 30 minutes, and inside was Frankie's husband, Kevin, and his attorney, Randy Kester. At another table were the state attorneys and what appeared to be Frankie's two oldest daughters, appearing to be accompanied by an attorney as well. So that's their ad litem. Seeming to pin the blame for her behavior on her children, Frankie went into horrific detail about how one of her kids essayed other children. She claims that one of the Frankie kids began looking at pornography at just 3 years old. 3 years old! Now, let's say all the things she's saying is true. Right? Where does your kid get access to that type of stuff at 3 years old? And how are you not watching and monitoring what your kid is watching online? You know, you see these family vloggers and they look like they have it all together and they're like, we do strict screen time and we go out and do exercise and reread books to each other, and they lie. It's all a big effing lie. You know what they do? When the camera's not on, the kids got their eyeballs pinned to iPads and phones and computers. Because the parents are now editing those vlogs and they're trying to come up with content and they're reading comments and deleting comments and everything else. They're not actually parenting these children. These children live inside of chaos because they can do whatever they want. How are you allowing your child to get addicted to pornography at 3 years old? A toddler? Now that's nobody's fault. That's not the toddler's fault. There's nobody's fault but Ruby and Kevin's fault. And it sounds like she knew this. Holy shit! Thank you, Miss Kate. She claimed that one of the Frankie kids began, so in one of the most shocking claims, Frankie said that her child has been essaying a younger sibling for years. So she knew that this was happening for years? You guys think she's lying for sure? I mean, it's within the realm of possibility for sure that she's lying because she's trying to get out of this and then she's trying to justify what she did. But let's say it's all true. It still doesn't justify tying up and torturing children, okay? And again, this is a learned behavior from somewhere. Where else would they learn this from, right? This, again, she's trying to blame the kid, and even if it is true, the kid is not to blame. I have not seen the Jodi's niece interview. It is so long, okay? So I will someday have a look at it. I've been busy. That's Jodi's standard diagnosis for everyone. That's crazy. Frankie said that in May, her child confessed to essaying 20 people, including cousins and neighbors. She provided no proof of her sickening allegations. The court went eerily silent after Ruby made the disturbing claims. Oh my gosh, that would have been awkward. The judge said that her alleged abusive child will then need to be placed with home and other children. So the judge is saying placed in a home with no other children, right? But this gets interesting. Look at this. Frankie's husband, Kevin, wearing a dark suit, sat at the table, looking forward ahead as his wife made these sickening allegations. He didn't say a word. He didn't stand up and say a word. In a surprising courtroom move, an attorney who was sitting in the public viewing area stood up and asked the judge to hear details about the molestation of another child because a mother of one of the alleged victims was in the courtroom. So this article is stating she had no proof, but in the same courtroom was a lawyer and a victim's parents asking to be heard. That's unheard of. You don't get to do that. And the judge denied it, citing that details of the alleged abuse can be heard at a future time. Outside of court, Daily Mail attempted to get a comment from the mother whose kid was allegedly molested by the Frankie child, but they refused to speak. Kevin Frankie and his attorney, Randy Kester, left the courtroom about an hour later and gave no comment and asked if he believed his wife's shocking allegations. Kester said he's been instructed by the court not to comment to the press. Out of the respect to the children involved, we have no comment. Judge Bezel set the next hearing for September 15th, mediation hearing, and a September 8th pretrial hearing. The judge told Ruby Frankie that if she is released from jail, she will need to attend the hearings in person, and if not, they will have to make accommodations for transportation. Blah, blah, blah. Then it just goes on to the stuff that we've already known, right? They just rehash everything in those articles. So this is crazy, exactly. And so, believe it or not, it doesn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. Because this child was failed by his parents time and time again, no matter what. I really think that they torture the kids into false confession. So sick. Ruby has a mental illness. She clearly has a mental illness. She's done. There's something wrong. But not to the point where she can claim it so she gets away with this. No. This, guys, don't forget that this is indoctrination into fundamentalist Mormonism. That's something we cannot overlook here. These people are adhering to the fundamentalist Mormon principles of the LDS Church. Okay, don't forget that. When they say something like living in distortion, what they mean is living in sin. Okay, when they're just making up their own words for it. And Jody was absolutely pushed by bishops to go see her, and she broke that rule. The guy, there's a statement, maybe if I can find it again, where a guy released it. The reason why she lost her license was because this guy and his wife was told to go to her by a bishop. They went to her. They talked about their marriage. She went back to the bishop, which is, you can't do that. That's client privilege. You're not supposed to be doing that. And then apparently she had an inappropriate relationship with that guy's wife. So there's that guy out there talking about this stuff. She lost her license because of that. And she does this. Apparently she has her MO is to alienate the wife from the husband, possibly, allegedly, so she can have a relationship with that woman. Thank you very much, Casey. Mima Bayef, love you, Josh. Oh, thank you. Oh, sweet guitar, too. Not going to lie. Thank you very much, Caroline. Jody's niece said she used to admit to anything to make Jody stop abusing her. And so that's all, hopefully that's all going to come in line here. And if they're making up this thing, I mean, that's obviously disgusting and sick. But you guys cannot forget that there was another lawyer in there with a mother of a victim. So okay, but again, in the end, this is still a child, a minor, someone who had to have this learned behavior from somewhere, was left unfettered on the internet to look at, like, she clearly has known this kid has been addicted to this stuff since 3 years old. How do you let a toddler become addicted to pornography? That's a question we all got to answer. Like, that's crazy to me. Here, I'll make a slow chat a little bit slower. I'm looking and just making sure Law and Crime is live, and it's live. I just don't see anything yet. Thank you very much. HP, thank you. Mormon Stories interview with Jody's niece yesterday gave insight to Jody's MO. Okay. Yeah. Maui, she's saying that the kid that was tied up by 3 years old was addicted to it. By 3. Yeah, if a child was essayed another kid, they should be investigated. But today's hearing was about Ruby, not that child exactly. But imagine using this moment to throw this child under the bus, right? So you didn't have to make it public. She didn't have to do any of that stuff. She could have just admitted to, like, I'm a shitty person. Okay, but nope. I don't know if this is her lawyer telling her to say this, or Jody's telling her to say this, or whatever the case may be, but that's crazy. That in order to protect yourself, you will throw one of your children under the bus after exploiting them for their whole life. But imagine this too. If this is true that 20 kids came forward or whatever, right? And the cousins and everything else this has happened to. Why did, they just let this go on? Is this the secret that they were all keeping? Is this it? How could they be looking at P when they weren't even allowed electronics? It's because what they show you on camera, and this is every family vlogger, everybody. This is every single one of them. What they show you on camera is not the truth. What goes on behind the scenes is absolutely like abandonment and everything else. Thank you, Kari. Our life together. Fundamentalism is the cover for abuse. Well, yeah, I mean, but a lot of abuse happens because of fundamentalism. Fundamentalism is like this, like, strict adherence to something, and no matter what it takes to get to that adherence, you will do it because you think you need to. Thanks, Valeria. If the boy is tied up for that, why wasn't the youngest? Here's the thing. There is never going to be a justification ever. You can't just be like, well, we tied him up because this. Well, then why didn't you feed him? Is the next question I would ask. Right? Why did you cut him? Why were there lacerations? I will watch the interview. I promise I will. I just want to say thank you for being a young man can look up to at the crazy time. Hope my son grows up. Wow, I appreciate that, Lisa. I really do. Sorry, a 3-year-old can't type. No way to access P without something. Well, yeah, maybe the older brother was looking at it and the kid started watching it. I don't know. But kids, I mean, teenage boys, that's par for the course. Okay, teenage girls too. Let's be real. Okay, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I mean, we're not arguing about like the viability of porn or like whether or not it's moral or whatever. I don't care. That's not what we're arguing. We're arguing about like teenagers. Okay. When I was young, it was just like, you went to the dumpster dive and found Playboy magazines. It's a tale as old as time. Okay. Your Angel, thank you so much. But hear this out. So if this is the case, she then lock this kid up, and they're going to say, well, we did that to keep everybody safe. Well, why didn't you get a hold of professionals? Right? Why didn't you get a hold of somewhere else to do this? Like, there's never going to be a reason to ever lock a child up, tape them and rope them and hurt them. Never, ever, ever. Okay? It's a child. It's a child. So that defense is really weird to me, and in my opinion, makes her look really worse. Duggar vibes. Exactly. And Duggar voice, too. Listen to her speak. What's Ruby's, definition of M is a good question. What does that mean? Like, were they just touching? Were they just kids being kids? I don't know. Yeah, the mother is saying that the kid that did escape, he didn't escape to do those things, but that was the child. She says from 3 years old, he was addicted to corn, and then throughout his life was doing this to kids and family members. If a child of 3 was interested in P, that child's been abused. I agree with you on that one, actually. Wow, thank you very much, Trisha. I once heard it read an autograph raised in 1900s. Yeah, we can read it. I mean, there is smut porn. Yeah, of course. It's again, tale as old as times. Everybody, it's the oldest profession. I recommend you on Reddit and got tagged. Yeah, to Reddit, man. Reddit is crazy. Just be careful over there in the Reddit streets. This is the question that I see popping up in chat. How does a 3-year-old know to look for that? That's a great question. I don't know. I hope they rot in jail forever. Absolutely, Rosie. Did Ruby think that Flo Rida was No, I think she just thought it was an inappropriate song, right? When you watch that video. I sent you an IG message article on Jody's license status from yesterday. She will possibly be released. She will be released today, you think? Hey, Girls says she said the long song Low by Flo Rida was P. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. So you're right. Maybe her definition is a little bit skewed. Jody considers watching corn one time makes you an addict. He probably came across it by accident and is now using it as an excuse. And let's be real. She's trying to protect her own ass here. Ruby's cousin said this is abuse. Abuse is family for years. Okay. I hope she's a liar. I hope she's a liar about all this. I really do. But let's not forget, everybody, again, that there was another mom in court who wanted to speak out about this. So we're forgetting that, and I don't want us to forget that. Again, he's not on trial, but this is part of the story, right? He's not on trial, and if anything did happen, honestly, that's going to have to be another separate issue, but at the same time, he's still a victim here. He is the victim here. Exactly. Why were they restraining the other child? These people are going to jail. Let's be real. They are going to jail. They better go to prison for a long time. Who blames their own child for abuse? Well, let's see. The person that has exploited her children for years and years and years. That's who. It just completely exploited them. What's going on here? I can't get this live thing going here. I'm sorry, but I don't believe for a second that a 3-year-old was looking at corn. There's just no way I don't believe anything she says. I honestly hope not. I love your content, Josh. I don't always agree with everything you say, but you make me think critically and agree. I don't want you guys to believe everything I say. I want you guys to, and I love that comment. I want you guys to take what I have to say, take what you want, inform your own opinion. That's important to me. This is that Utah Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints believers keep family secrets to themselves. It's a bad way of living. That's a very important note, and I do know that. Mormons keep secrets to the grave, right? They want people to join them in the outer darkness or whatever on the planet, and they will. They are thick as thieves, Mormons. They're thick as thieves. Is this why the extended family turned their back on Ruby and her family? Possibly, but it's still no excuse to leave the other kids hanging, right? I will continue to say this. I don't care. Those kids are being abused, and if that kid did some abusing or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. You don't leave them hanging. It's how does a kid know to do those things, right? This is a learned behavior, in my opinion. The other mom could be Jody's follower, explained in the interview. No matter what the child did, there is no excuse for the level of abuse they faced. Great point. Guys, there's 10,000 people in this chat. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you join the conversation. Please. I'm still not entered into this court thing. I'm looking at Law and Crime Network. They haven't gone live yet. I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm glad that Annie's covering this. Absolutely, we were talking about it for sure. Was the mom that came forward in court part of Connections? Why didn't the mom go to the police? That's a good question. We don't know much about it. What I think we do know, based on the article, is that it's a mother of one of the victims. Why do I feel like this is the reason why Chad went away? This is probably becoming more and more evident to a lot of people, that a lot of people might have, thought it was maybe because he was homosexual or something like that. But it was likely probably, again, normal teenage behavior. Probably looked at Korn and sent him off, because if this other kid was struggling like that and she saw Chad struggling like that, but I don't know. We might not ever know, actually. Thank you very much, Megan. I did see the interview. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw that there was an interview with a mystery person. I was going to do that in a different video. But I really want to read that article of someone, if I can find it again, about the guy that was telling her why she lost her license. I wish I could find. I did reach out to him and he didn't get back to me, but I'm just looking for it now. Thank you very much. Thank you. I had a meet up with Bishop starting at 12 to talk about my worthiness. In what world is a grown man and a girl having conversations about sex normal? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Guys, hear this out. This dynamic between bishops and people that go to the church is severely disgusting. Okay, and it's not biblical on any level whatsoever. It's very similar to Catholics who confess to priests. That's not biblical. Like, theologically, it is not biblical to confess your sins to a priest. You can confess your sins right to God now, since the veil was torn. Okay, so it's just a power dynamic. It's a control issue. Mormons do it. Catholics do it. It's all about control and saying what you can do, what you can't do, how you make up for your sin and stuff like that. Thank you for all you do. I found you chatting shit about Kira now. I found her just fan. That's awesome. Hope you didn't follow. Hope you unfollow. Hey, Josh, glad to catch you live. Our entire hair salon was watching your vids for like 3 hours yesterday. Hair salon, yeah. Bring it. Get your tips done or whatever. Your blowouts and all that. But think about that for a second. This bishop culture, they are... Oh, this thing's working. I'm in the courtroom. Hold on, guys. Stand by. Give me a second. Sorry if I missed your super chats. Sorry. So, am I in here?
No, mute.
Oh, it's on.
Chad's there.
Is that Chad? Who's laughing? I swear to God, guys, I just saw Chad in this chat. I'm not kidding. Chad Frankie is in the court. Yeah. Can everybody please mute their microphone? I won't show it at all, guys. But Chad is absolutely in this chat right now. Holy smokes. Am I nervous? I'm nervous. I can't hear anything though. There's somebody in here like trolling it that we can't hear it. There's someone just trolling the crap out of it. Holy cow. I'm waiting, guys. So just waiting. So stand by with me while I see what's going on. I've never been a part of this. I'm actually nervous. And Chad Frankie's literally sitting there, and I don't know why he has his camera on. He shouldn't, but I don't know what's going on there. That unless it's somebody who just looks like him, it might not actually be him. I don't think it's him. I think it's somebody who looks... Man, it might be him. I don't know. I can't show you guys. I'm not going to be able to show it. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to show the court thing. No, I'm not. I can't even see the court. I can't hear anything. I can't see any courtroom. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Okay. I can't see law and crime one's not working for me. I can't see it either. Like all I see is just like a screen. Oh, there we are. I can see me now. So everybody wants to be in this chat. They just want to be like, most of them just want to be seen. I don't understand how this works. How come Law and Crime is allowed to stream this, but I'm not? There's someone making weird noises in here. So it is chat. Yeah, that's crazy, man, that we just all saw him like that. That's just like, it made this super real. My mic is not muted over here. It's muted over here on the thing, I think. Okay, stop video. I'm stopping my video. Okay, good. Yeah, I want to be muted. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm muted. Law and Crime has 34,000 live screen. Like, that's crazy. You're not be able to chat in there. It's impossible to chat in there. It's muted. Okay, great. There are a lot of people just leaving their cameras on. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know. Yes, Chad was there. As far as I could see. Okay, Annie just told me, texted me, and said that someone needs to hold up a sign, say turn your cameras off. I'm gonna I don't have a marker here or anything. All right, I'm hearing stuff. I just don't know what's going on yet. It's 4 minutes past the time we should have heard it anyway, so we'll see what's going on. Nothing yet. I'll tell you as soon as I hear something, you guys will know. Here, guys. Anymore. Oh, put it in.
Can I hear anything? What is taking so long? Dude, shut up.
Oh, it's reversed. Darn it. I gotta write this backwards. This is reversed on the other. Turn off cameras.
Everyone, please mute their mic.
Please also turn off your cameras. It will really help the feed. Okay, the judge just came on and said, "We're mute everything." Like, turn your cameras off, dumbasses! There's still people just got their camera going. You got your ugly eyeballs. Turn it off, lady!
Turn off your camera, Brittany.
That is... Brittany, turn your shit off. You can hear voices in the back? Shouldn't be able to hear voices. All right, now everybody's got their camera off and is muted. We're good to go. I'm allowed here. I'm just not allowed to stream it, so you guys can't, or even put audio across. That's why I got my headphones on, trying not to break any rules here. I'll try to be more careful here. Hold on. Here we go. Try that. I'll bring this up a little closer. I got in a little while ago and I just waited, and I guess I got lucky. That makes sense, Alex. Thank you. Okay, so we're just waiting now, and I cannot believe that. I wonder if Chad has to be here for that. That was crazy to see that. I can't stream it. It says explicitly that I'm not allowed to stream it. I don't know if they can strike you. That's fair use, but I'm not going to do it anyway. So, but they're lawyers, so let's not mess around, hey? I can't see the court, but I'm in the meeting, so I don't know if I'll ever. I don't even know if I will see it. I don't know. I didn't see any of the Ruby sisters, but I'm sure they're probably in this chat. I mean, I can't even scroll through. Full screen view. Focus. Yeah, I'm just there. I'm just in there. Every once in a while, someone just turns their mic on and it's like, is a dickhole. Turn your mic off. If Ruby gets out, people will protest. Nah, I don't think so. It's really weird that I'm surprised. I think they can. They probably just don't restrict them. They don't want to get in trouble. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it. Thanks, Josie. I appreciate it. Hello. Guys, make sure you smash that like. Get this in the algorithm. Let's go. Subscribe. Okay. Update for people who just joined. We are waiting for the court hearing to start. We had talked about an article where they were in court yesterday about the child where she threw a kid under the bus saying he's done SA to other kids, blah, blah, blah. But we're just talking about how he's the victim. She said this kid was addicted to corn at 3 years old. Craziness. Go back and watch. Authorities have been to that house several times. Not once Ruby told them about SA. The math isn't mathing. She waited till she was caught. Yep. This is the Mormon bleeding out. This is the Mormon saying we can't let secrets out. We can, like, they need to come across as perfect. So when they know this is happening, they got to come like the Orgills are connected to Ruby and 8 passengers. Do you know that the Orgill's son literally stabbed somebody at school? Stabbed him with a knife at school. So, and they hid that. They keep their secrets hidden. They do. Crazy. That's crazy. Someone's got their mic on. So don't forget, like, if all this scary stuff is coming out now, think about this for a second. They hid it from the world. The Orgills, who are connected to 8 passengers, they probably are connected somehow. Like, again, the kid stabbed another kid. And they are so scary, apparently, to their neighbors and everybody else. No one will talk about it. They don't want to talk about it because they don't want to be sued. They have threatened to sue people who talked about their kid stabbing somebody. You should see the wound. Okay, it's crazy that kid got away with nothing, got off scot-free. That's a good question, Lisa. 3-year-olds can't, like, everybody's asking the same question. She said this, and it's not mathing. It's not working. We're just getting to the court right now. They just started it now, and we're just about to hear from the court thing. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Giatasha. Giatasha. Exactly. This is the outcome. This has nothing to do with what they did to the kid. I want to know why Ruby is in the medical unit. I mean, likely because she hurt herself. Maybe she got hurt. She does not want to face. Here's the thing. If they are true Bible believing and Book of Mormon believing Mormons, what they are accused of doing here, and like this is like a sin. I don't care what anybody says. Like this is outer darkness TK smoothie bullshit that's going to happen to them. And they know it. They don't want to answer for that. Kids with additional needs can be vulnerable to inappropriate behavior. This was the case. Where was the help? Great question. Yeah. Please say happy birthday to my daughter, Caitlin, who is watching with me. Happy birthday, Caitlin. I hope she's old enough to watch this type of stuff. Please be old enough. Dina Morazenko, thank you very much. Jody blackmailed parents to say happen. Now, this is becoming a pattern. Also, the pattern is Jody alienating husbands from wives and having inappropriate relationship with those wives. So this is like, you're going to see lots of people come forward in the coming months. It's going to be bananas. Is it possible children heard her complaining about PRN so much they looked it up to understand? Possibly. Or again, Chad was a teenager doing normal teenage things. Likely another kid probably saw it, and maybe that's why he went off to Anastasia. I think the allegations are punishment for telling he has to be in a home with no kids. Oh my gosh, this is getting so crazy. No, I just know all about the TK movies. Could be held in med for her safety, and Gen Pop would destroy her, even in a female prison? Is that like, I don't know, but yeah, I guess. I mean, what she did was crazy. Ruby's maybe being held in medical because she's acting unhinged, possibly. Thanks, Brianna. 8 months. Thanks for being here. TK Smoothie is someone, a Mormon, if you are the worst of the worst of the worst, the hell for Mormons is called outer darkness. It's not actually like fire and brimstone, eternal thirst and damnation and pain for eternity. Even like the Mormons don't want to do that. The Mormons created this outer darkness in the planet system because they know that they're all going to hell. I know I said what I said. And they don't want to face up to the fact that the hell is what's going to really be. So they created what's called the outer darkness, where it's their hell, but you float around in nothing. You don't get to like interact. And you are a TK Smoothie, meaning your sexual organs and your organs in general are smooth. You don't get to enjoy any of that stuff. That's literally what it is. You have a smooth taint. I kid you not. I kid you not. Are you able to see that chat in WebEx or just I've only seen the screen. I don't see the chat. I'm not sure how to do that. The layout doesn't allow for me to see a chat, to be honest with you. I don't see a chat. Sorry. I'm seeing what Long Crime sees. You want me to slow down the chat a little bit more? I can do that. It's really slow. I have it 90 seconds right now, so... Guys, I got 12,000 people watching here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. Chad was only 9 when Russell put him to 3. Okay. Like yeah. Like your wiener, your taint is smooth. You don't have a wiener anymore, and you don't have a vag. It's like smooth. Everything is smooth. There's no nipples and belly buttons. You're just smooth, and you're just floating around all smoothie. That's literally what Mormons believe. The higher elevated person you are inside the Mormon church, the better, the bigger the planets are. They talk about their planets with their families, and you want to be with your family in the afterlife, so you got to follow. And that's why Mormons get so upset when their family members leave, right? They get super angry when they leave the church because they can't be with them in their planet. It's crazy. Men can have multiple wives, and those wives will meet them in the afterlife, but women cannot have multiple husbands. So... yeah, like basically a Barbie. Exactly what it is. Lady, shut your pie hole. Yeah, shut your pie holes. The judge is like getting pissed because people are like, when's it starting? And there's people here barking and going, man, and being dumbasses, and they're going to get us all kicked out. Like, this is not, like, people need to stop being a dickhole. DCP logo over your camera. I don't know how to do that. Oh, there's the chat. Before covering this, can you say hi, Rose, to my wife? Hello, Rose. Rose brings back the Titanic. I do need to make a smooth taint. TK Smoothie. Why is someone is watching me and they have their mic unmuted and it's coming through that speaker?
I'm also not seeing the cameras.
Yeah, mute your damn selves, dumbasses. It hasn't started yet. There's probably thousands of people in this thing right now, and there are people who won't mute. There are people who are talking or barking or acting like a baby, and like, we're trying to be professional, like, watch this thing, and like, they're gonna ruin it for everybody. So let's do this. Thanks. See, I don't know if you can hear that. Someone's being a dinkus. I hope the judge can get rid of some people doing that, because it's easy to tell who's doing it. You never heard of TK Smoothie? Ask your bishop. I dare you. Ask him what happens to your body in the outer darkness. Honest, just ask him. Have you heard of soaking? The judge will snap and reschedule the hearing. I hope not. Okay, it looks like friggin' Law and Crime just got kicked out. Someone's playing WAP. I kid you not. Someone's playing WAP. Assholes, man. Mute. Like, they should just be able to mute everybody. They're all swearing and yelling at each other. Like, they're calling each other, see you next Tuesdays and stuff like, shut up! There's like kids in here. They're literally sound like teenage kids in here who are just here. Okay, shut. Yeah, the guy just said this is a real courtroom and you can still be held in contempt. So these people, they're arguing and being like that. I hope they get in trouble for that. This is actually, it's crazy how this works. This is making me cry. This isn't a joke. Yeah, I mean, these people are in here just like, this is a really serious topic, and these people are in here just arguing about stupid things and trolling with WAP and everything else. She's splitting the kids on purpose. Isolation so they stay quiet. She's in medical because anything against the kids, she'll get stomped, spit in her food, etc. Okay. Kind of deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. You're gonna do that? I hope, like, why is Ruby in medical but Jody's not? This is a good question. A pity named Kitty. We've been asking this a lot. We've been asking how on earth does a 3-year-old, a literal toddler who just learned to talk, able to get addicted? And I think, again, that's why we all think that she's lying about that. Like, at minimum, she's lying about that. What she probably means is that he probably came across it for whatever reason, and then that's what she calls addicted. So I don't think so. This might be a funny question, but Jody's in prison. Jody is actually quite wealthy. Is being wealthy in prison keep you protected? You should deserve to get higher. You're doing a lot and deserve to be listened to. Oh, I appreciate it, Susie. Thank you so much. And I do it. This is the number. I've never had 14,000 people in my chat ever before. So it's the message is getting out there. I can't believe it got this far in the family and the law failed these kids. Yep. My parents raised me Mormon. I just turned 18 this May. Finally left the cult. Being raised Mormon is worse than the outer darkness they describe. Well, the outer darkness they describe is just kind of floating there, but for eternity. So Mormon religion is made up by a dude in America to Americanize religion, basically. Copied all the best parts of everybody else's religions and made his own. Joseph Smith is his name, and he's a pedophile. Is the court hearing thing? It's still going on. I haven't been kicked out yet. They are going to either postpone it and change it for next time or kick everybody out. We'll see. It's like they're just getting ready. So hopefully they don't do that. Like, I think this judge knows that this is a very watched case. I hope that it's not being postponed. But if it is, does that mean it's like Monday and she has to stay in prison for a couple more days? If so, that could be a good thing too. Oh, they're saying it's canceled? Darn it. It's not saying anything in the chat or anything. So thank you for everything you do, Josh. Been watching you for years and I've introduced so many people to your channel. You're a legend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Australia is my favorite. Leah, you're awesome. What P is to us is different for Jody and Ruby, probably. Yeah. Maybe he was like looking through the bra part of like a Sears magazine. Honestly, some people believe that is. So when I was young, saying, thank you very much. Yeah. I'm feeling the same thing, Chanel. You're right about this. I feel like anxious and like nervous, and I'm in the WebEx thing. It's in the chat somewhere. I don't know if I still have it here. No, I don't have it. Someone said the court is working to fix WebEx because it crashed. Well, that's because everybody's trying to get in there. Yeah, 14K watching, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, please. It helps. Love your work. Niece says Jody weaponized false SA claims often. Yep, I can see that because of her MO. Ruby may believe it, but believe her Jody's lies. True. And we also, again, I'll bring this up again from that. All right, I wish I could see. I hope I could find it again. But basically, this guy was saying that he gave the whole story. I don't know where it went. Adam Steed is his name. Did someone screen capture it? Hold on. Burnt turkeys. That was a good one. Oh, that was you? I'm sure. No, I'll still cover. Don't you get that. Ah. A lot of people just screenshot and put it on TikTok, but I want the actual thing. I want the actual statement he said. Adam Steed. I want the whole thing. Does anybody have it? Please send it to me on Instagram if you have it. I don't know if it's happening. I'm still in the court thing. So 1,009 participants, 1,008, and I'm just waiting to see. You're the reason I stopped family vlogging. I can't thank you enough for helping me realize I need to give my kids. See, Maggie, you're like, that makes you amazing. It makes you awesome for seeing it and changing it. That's like all the kids ask. It means that you saw danger and then you changed it. That's what every kid deserves. Good for you, man. That's awesome. His name is Adam Steed. You can find an entire interview at Hidden True Crime. Yeah, but I don't want to like watch it. I want to just read his statement. So, but I will. I'll watch that as well. Good point. No justification for abuse. Wouldn't the neighbors have really spoken up if one of our kids essayed a neighbor, not just called? Yeah, especially if it's in the number of in 20. But think about this again. We're talking about Mormons. Generally, their circle of sphere of influence is also Mormons, and Mormons are going to keep everybody's secrets. They will, man. I'm telling you, it's like a cult. It really is just like a cult. Welcome, Sam. Welcome. Oh, it's on Facebook. Okay, let me take a look here. Let me check a look. Ugh. Where is it? See all in Messenger? Facebook Messenger is garbage. I don't see it here. I don't see a statement here either. Bonnie is Ruby's sister. They're blocking all the live streamers? Okay. I'm not live streaming it though. I can see who's in the courtroom by like numbers, but not by like pictures or anything like that. They got it down to like 980 people. I think just people are leaving. Instagram. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to have to copy these. Okay. Just going to load it up here. All right. The site allegedly crashed the court site. Well, it's still going. I mean, the judge still looks like she's in here. So all right, I'm going to read you guys this. Like 9 months before it began. Okay, so I was just going to put it like this. Like, it's easier for me to read it like this. So this is this guy's story. I'm going to read it. I'll put it over here. This is Adam Steed's story. It says 9 months before it began, my wife and I had just finished a settlement with Boy Scouts of America. So we had money and we were recommended to take marriage counseling. That court case while going to school and taking care of baby was stressful in our marriage. So my bishop told me to go to Jody Hildebrand. My then wife and I did. That was the single most destructive decision I'd made in my life. Someone's got me streaming. Someone's got me streaming. Hold on. Okay. I'll read this after. It's not me. I'm not unmuted. Somebody, likely one of my haters, is streaming me through their phone and putting it through the chat so they think that I'll get in trouble for it. So they want to like get me in trouble for streaming it. It's okay. I'll just wait. No, I'm fine. I'm cool with it. We can talk. Because if they keep it unmuted, then the judge will be able to see which person is putting it through. Again, that can be held in contempt, so I hope they get caught. No, I'm still there. So Law and Crime was kicked out of the stream, and they have still 31,000 people trying to watch this thing. I'm muted on my microphone. Okay, but somebody is playing my video through their phone that's in the courtroom because they want me to get in trouble. But if I can't find out who it is, I can't see. So I'll do full screen view, names and videos. Okay, show all names. There we go. And I can see who's unmuted. Let me go scroll down here. I know I'm not breaking rules, but I don't want to, like, screw it up for everybody. Oh, it's starting, dudes. I think it's starting. Okay, some people are unmuting their microphones and unmuting their videos, and they shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I'll do a follow-up after this. I'm going to have to. See, someone's now putting my video on the screen. Person's name is Hello. Too bad. I can't cover my camera because then I'm with you guys here. I don't think you can block people in here. I tried to see if you can, but you can't. But there's Washington County Transportation Room that's live right now, and there's a camera. So I'm pretty sure that's where Ruby's going to be sitting in a second. Oh, Judge Eric Gentry's just sitting down. Okay, here we go. Let's watch. No audio yet, though. It's going. It's on right now. He's just said we've had technical difficulties. Now I can hear nothing. He's saying he's basically telling everybody to turn their microphones off and cameras off. Okay, he's just asking everybody to turn everything else. He's saying you're not allowed to record it. Okay, he's just basically saying no recording it, no streaming it, which I won't do. He's calling someone for initial appearance. It's Ruby Frankie. She's up first. Oh, she's sitting there with her yellow jumpsuit. Boom. She looks rough. She looks rough. Lawyer's just saying we're waiving the reading of it. We don't need to read it over again. Of what she's accused of. Ready to proceed. He wants the two judges to be connected for the co-defense to be together. He's so they're just trying to align judges. So transferring her case to Judge Walton right now. No bail hold. She's remaining on a no bail hold. September 21st, 9:10 in the morning. Bail hearing. Her lawyer's like, I'll be out of the country on that date, so we'll figure something out. I'm going to be in Bali. That's it? Wow. Oh, Jody Hildebrandt's next. Jody Hildebrandt's next. Jody sits down. Let's take a look at Jody now. Something about Jody not being there? Law and Crime got kicked out of it, so I'm streaming. I'm just listening and relaying it to you. So basically, what just happened is they wanted to pour all the cases to one judge, and they said it was fine. And then they're putting the bail hearing, I think, at September 21st. And here comes Jody. Jody's about to sit down. Oh yeah, the hardened criminal. Suck it, Jody. Ooh, she's wearing pink stripes. Ruby was wearing yellow stripes. So they're waiving the reading again. Basically, they don't want to read all the charges again. We know what they're all about. January. Oh yeah. September 21st, 9:10 in the morning is when He's trying to file a motion to get this done really quickly. And he's going to file a motion today with Judge Walton. That's it. That's it. Now all the participants are going to leave. Watch. There's 869 participants, and they're all going to be gone. You watch. So he wants people to exit. I'm going to exit. So he wants people to leave the meeting because there's other people. So that's why they got those ones out of the way first. So he just asked people to leave the meeting because they have other people who cannot get into the meeting. So he did those first, got them out of the way really quick. Holy cow, we're at 29,000. Holy smokes. I've never seen anything like this on my channel. Okay, so here's what just happened. Ruby sat down and she's looking rough. She looks like no joke. She looks like 1 foot in the grave. She looked terrible. I've never seen her look like that ever. Okay, so they sat down and they said basically the lawyer said, well, we want this to be with Judge Walton, which is where the other case is with too. So we want them to be compiled. They asked the prosecutors, that's okay. The prosecutor said, no problem. So they're going to conjoin them. September 21st at 9:10 or 9:30 a.m. is when they're going to do this. So she has no bail. She doesn't get out. She stays in prison until September 21st at minimum. Okay, and then Jody steps in. And the same sort of thing, they waive their rights. They waive the reading of all of it because it would take forever because they've gone over it with their lawyer. And the same thing, they said, well, we're going to get with Judge Walton, but we're going to file a motion to get this expedited today because they want her out. They want a bail hearing today, if I'm understanding that correctly, to get Jody out right away. That's what I'm understanding. Wow, 30,000. That's nuts. Subscribe and hit the like button, everybody. I didn't screen record it, and you're not allowed to. So do it at your own peril if you're going to upload this stuff, but don't do it. I want to be respectful of the court because if I'm going to be watching these in the future, I don't want to be a thorn. I want to do this respectfully. So he asked everybody to leave, so I just left. So that was just it. So if Jody gets, I think they're trying to expedite hers. I don't know why. I don't know if she'll get out early, but I hope not. Red is must be escorted. Yellow is medical. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Jody looked like a bag of smashed assholes. That's what she looked like. Okay. And is a bag of smashed assholes. She literally looked, but she had a little smirk on her face. She was more like, where Ruby looked like she was like going to cry the whole time. Jody was like, what's up? She's like hard criminal in the system. She probably has prison tattoos. She's probably already dropped the soap a bunch of times. I just gained 2,000 subscribers. Did I really? What? Holy shit, I just did gain 2,000 subscribers. What? Wow. Jody's going to be TK smoothing it all the way out with her prison tats. Oh, do you guys want to listen to 911 audio now or do you want to listen to it later? I mean, we've already been going here for an hour and 20 minutes. I could do another one tomorrow or something like that. I mean, let's listen to it. Why not? I got it booted up here. So why not? You guys are all here with me. Let's look at this. So this is really, really interesting. This is the audio from the neighbor calling, by the way. The neighbor called. So let's have a look at the audio here. So here we go. They're just blanking out the pertinent information that you shouldn't be listening to. Whoa. You guys can't hear that? Sorry. Let me fix that for you. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, let me restart it for you guys. Can you hear this?
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Okay, beautiful. Here we go.
Asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated. He's got tape around his legs. He's hungry and he's thirsty.
Holy shit.
Is your door locked?
No, I'm sitting outside with him on the front patio.
So they're sitting outside on the front patio because I wouldn't bring the kid into my house either. Not because I'm like, ew, it's because I'm like, legally be safe, right? I live there. Jody Addy is the best defense in the country. Really? Damn, she's spending some money.
Okay, cool.
And he asked us to call the police.
Oh, that's new. We never heard that before. He asked the neighbors to call the police. So that's new information.
So he's very afraid.
He said he's very afraid.
What's your last name?
He's saying they're blanking it out, but he's asking what the last name is. Thank you very much.
He's 12 years old. Yeah.
Okay, and do you ask him his date of birth?
Can you show me your birthday?
This is crazy. This is so crazy.
Okay, and are the neighbors out of their home, or is anybody looking for them that you can see?
No. We have our homes are far enough away, and I'm not sure. How did you get out of the house?
Porch. He went out.
He said he just left through the porch at the neighbor's house.
So that's different too, because we're news and everybody's talking about how he escaped through a window, but he escaped through the porch is what they're saying. Oh, okay. Maybe she is. So looks like it wasn't a window.
Her name is Jody Hildebrand.
Boom.
And she lives 2 doors up the street.
Okay, guys, trigger warning. Donnie seems to have heard this already, so make sure you guys trigger warning. This gets really sad and probably graphic. Be really careful watching this, okay?
Yeah, and Cheyenne and the houses are far apart, so he walked just under the block to get to our house. He rang my doorbell and asked me to call the police.
Does he seem to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
I don't think so, but he's very thirsty and
Need an ambulance?
I don't think he needs an ambulance, so I'll let the cops decide that, but his ankles are taped up and he won't tell us why.
His ankles are taped up and he won't tell us why. Holy shit.
Okay.
But he has duct tape around each ankle. Yeah, there's sores around them. I think there's a good chance he's been oh, and he has them around his ankles. I mean, his wrists as well. Okay,
Wrists and ankles. Okay, this, unless I'm mishearing this, this guy is actually breaking down and crying on the camera right now. Like he's breaking down and crying. This is breaking this guy's heart, and he's breaking down.
This kid is obviously been. I think he's been detained.
He is crying. This guy's crying. He's crying, and he's saying this kid has been detained.
He's obviously covered in wounds.
He's obviously covered in wounds.
Let's get the paramedics headed over that way, okay?
Holy shit.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Let's see. Has he told you where his mom or dad are?
I haven't asked him that. Hmm? Yes. You know your mommy is?
I really got you.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't matter, son.
I don't know what he said there. He said, your mom is, and he said something about, and he says that doesn't matter.
Do you know where your mom and dad are?
Well, actually, I don't know where my mom is, but I do know where my dad is. He's not anywhere here. Really, nowhere.
Very interesting. I don't know where my mom is, but I know where my dad is, and he's nowhere near here. So he doesn't know where Ruby is, but knows where his dad is. And has he been in contact with his dad? What? This just took a turn. This is crazy what we're listening to, everybody.
Okay. No, he doesn't seem to. He says he knows where his mom is, but
He doesn't know where his dad is.
that's correct.
Is his mom home?
He just says he doesn't live around here.
He doesn't live around here.
Is his mom in this area?
Is your mom around here? Have you seen her lately?
No.
He doesn't know where she is right now.
Does he know his mom's name?
What's your mom's name?
Here it comes.
Ruby Frankie?
Ruby Frankie. There it is.
Ruby Frankie. Is his
Holy
mom's name.
shit.
Okay. How do you spell the last name? F-R-A-N-K-E.
F-R-A-N-K-E.
Okay. And does she live in the area?
No, I'm not sure where she lives. He's trying to help us, but he's
Okay. We don't want to stress him out too much. We have to go over all these questions with him anyway. I just want to stay on the phone with you until we get some help there, okay?
yeah.
What's your name?
It was interesting that he asked the neighbor to call the police.
Can you ask him if any other children were in the home he came from?
Okay. Was there any other kids up at Jody's house?
They're blanking it out, whatever they're saying here.
Anybody else? No. How? Yeah, this is the 30th of, or excuse me, the 29th of August.
It'll be the 30th of August.
10 and 14, and they're still at this house.
Are they tied up as well?
What's the deal with?
He's asking, what's the deal with the other kids?
Are they being held? Do they have wounds on them as well?
Nothing bad going on with them.
Okay.
He just said nothing's going on with us. So this kid is lying out of fear or whatever, but he's saying nothing's going on with us. Holy shit.
Okay.
It's just me, he says.
So they're able to walk around the house and everything. Okay. He says everything's fine with them.
And it's not, it wasn't.
Okay.
He says what's happened to him is his fault.
This 12-year-old kid said what's happened to him is his fault. What's happened to him is his fault? Him being tied up? They've convinced this child that he's dangerous or whatever the case may be and convinced him he needs to be tied up. These people need to go to jail for the rest of their... I hope this gets played in front of for the rest of their entire lives. There is no reason this kid should be believing that this is his fault. That's unbelievable. Holy shit.
Sad to hear.
And the lady, the dispatcher said that's sad to hear.
Let me comment to you if I can, okay?
Yeah.
I really want to just want to make sure.
He's fine. If I've got him sitting here, my wife, he got him water and something to give him something to eat because he's hungry and just a young man. He's here in his stocking feet. So he escaped.
Well, I'm glad that he was able to make it to
On their way.
to be safe. They should just be pulling up now. Let me know when they're with you, okay?
Will do. I hear a car, but they're not coming on the driveway.
Address of your
Like, I know we're all hearing this. Hold on, let me fast forward a bit. I don't care what Jody and her said and Ruby. I don't give a shit what they said. Okay, let's never forget that this kid is 12 years old and is a victim, and he escaped being tied up, and he had wounds all over his body. Okay, let's not forget that ever. And I'm not mad at you guys for saying this stuff, but let's be real. Jody and Ruby are in prison, and for good reason.
You did get enjoy that banana, okay?
Yeah, he
You
just
did the right thing.
seconds ago, so he might be waiting for his partner. I'm not sure.
Is Jody up there right now? Okay.
He said yes, that Jody was up there right now.
The hologram is up there right now.
I didn't know that. I thought she rolled up a little bit later. Remember, that's what we thought. He said she's there, so he escaped while she was in the home.
Okay.
So she may come looking for him here soon, but he's not gonna, obviously. I think we need the cops here as soon as possible.
Yeah. He's getting scared now. He's like, all right, we need the cops here as soon as possible. Please get the cops here. He knows that Jody's there. She's going to come looking. He knows Jody. This is the neighbor, right? So.
Just asking how he is then.
Yeah, she's a bad lady.
Oh, shit. There it is. There it is, everybody. She's a bad lady. The neighbors know. Everybody knows that Jody's crazy.
I didn't realize how bad.
Holy shit.
Okay, let's see. I'm just asking where he is. It sounds like he's making a phone call real quick to a sergeant. He is going to head up.
Okay, all right. Well, if we have to take him inside the house, we will. We're just sitting outside right now because we have chairs out here and it was convenient.
That's okay. If anything, he's sitting out down your driveway and keeping an eye on the house. So if that's where you feel safe, that's where the child feels safe. So let's just stay where you're at.
Yeah, we're doing this. Yeah,
Does he have anything with him?
but no, he's wearing a long sleeve shirt and shorts, and it's way too big for him.
Can you tell me what color the shirt and shirt?
Okay, the ambulance is here,
Okay.
so
It is
Are they with
dangerous.
you?
no, they're just not getting out of the truck.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll go ahead and I'll let you go then. You did a great job.
okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye.
Okay. I was not prepared. I didn't, like, there's a couple things that kind of happened. Oh my gosh. So everybody knows Jody's a bad person, right? She's ruined lots of people's marriages. She alienates wives from husbands, and the bishop was in collusion or cahoots with her. And she was being pushed by the Mormon church. Like, she was being pushed by the Mormon church. So people who needed marriage counseling or whatever, the Mormon church was in collusion with Connections to say, go to Connections, go to this girl. They're almost being forced to, because you listen to your bishop, right? If they give you a place to go, you go do it. So there's deep corruption between connections in the Mormon church as well that hopefully will be uncovered through all of this. Because the bishops and everybody else, again, they're saying, well, you need to fix your marriage and you need to go here to connections. And then they would go to connections and Jody would alienate the wives from the husbands and start relationships with some of these wives. This is crazy. Yeah, the church also paid her to counsel these people. Did they not do any due diligence? Yeah, Jody never, and this is why Jody has, someone just said it earlier, she has the most expensive and most whatever lawyer in Utah. Where do you think she got that lawyer? Huh? Where do you think that lawyer is getting paid? I just got here, but I wanted to say after I read what happened with Ruby, I'm so glad they wouldn't let her see her kids, okay? Guys, think this for a second. Hear this for a second. This is just happening. Jody has the most prolific lawyer in that state. Do you think Jody is paying that bill, or do you think the Mormon church is paying that bill? Because the Mormon church is going to have to answer for putting people in front of her. When all these stories start coming out, and it will, and we've already got one with Adam Steed, when all this starts coming out, the Mormon church is going to be held accountable for this. To a degree, right? He asked if the date was after he turned. Okay, I see what you're saying. So this is what's happening right now. Where does she get the most expensive lawyer in the state? Where does she get that? The LDS are footing that bill. I don't know if you're even allowed to know that. I don't know if that's true. But the church is going to have a lot to answer for here because they put these people in front of Jody and she ruined their marriages. And often and likely looks like she abused people. Yeah, the dots are starting to connect now. So the recap is they went to court, basically just quickly just said there's a hearing on September 21st at 9:10 a.m. I think like that. But Jody's lawyer's like, we're trying to fast line this, quick stream it so we can get her out today. The safe room was locked with a Fort Knox vault. Holy shit. Fort Knox vault. What the hell? Damn! That's like a legit bank vault. The Mormon church will not wash their hands of Jody because she'll whistleblow on the Mormon church. The Mormon church has to foot this bill or be a part of it or get the lawyer she needed. They need Jody to come out of this unscathed because if she doesn't, the Mormon church is going to be a part of this too. Yeah, then if it gets that deep, if it goes as deep as the Mormon church wanting to cover this up, I would be scared too. That's crazy. That's crazy. If Jody's a psychopath, is Ruby 1-2 or just brainwashed? I mean, Jody's the one brainwashing people, but it doesn't matter. Even if she is brainwashed, you don't get to do this to children. I don't care if you're brainwashed. You're a grown-ass adult. Sorry. That's crazy too. Yeah, I just saw that. Where did it go? They should be duct taped and locked in the... Again, that's another thing someone said. Jody was in the house when he escaped. Ruby wanted an excuse to hurt the kids or a justification to hurt and abuse the kids, and she gave it to her. Exactly. Of course they see this as persecution. Of course they do. They think this is the devil doing it. But they don't realize that they're the fucking devil. Yeah, there was a safe room at Jody's house. Do not listen to Reddit. Full of baloney over there. Not everybody's going to get it right. I'm not saying I get it right every time, but that one, they got wrong. That is at her house. With court case was, we just went through it, Shy. We just went through it. Go back and watch it. It wasn't crazy. Just, again, sat down for 2 minutes and just basically said, September 21st is when this bail hearing. So we know that Jody and Ruby for now are in jail until the 21st. Jody's lawyer, though, however, apparently is a really, really deep-pocketed lawyer, is going to try to get her out today. They did not read the official charges, but it's the same 6 charges, I think, each. Yeah, of course they're not. I mean, money talks and bullshit walks. Let's be real. You know how many freaking crazy high-up Mormons there are in all levels of bureaucracy in Utah? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I might get backlash, but that's why I don't go to church. The most evil, sick people go to church. Yeah, well, you're not wrong in some cases. She's going to run if she gets out. She can't run. Have you seen her? I'm saying. I think we're all going to be shocked when we see how deep this all goes. You know what? You're right. And we keep seeing the next thing happen, and we're like, what in the fresh hell? You're right. Yeah, the custody hearing was yesterday, and that's when Ruby threw one of her kids under the bus. She said he has done all this essaying and all this kind of stuff. And again, it's not about him. And if that were the case, and she said that he was addicted to pornography at like age 3. So all these things that this kid is being accused of doing, I don't care if it's true or not. It's still on Ruby and Kevin. It's still on them. You missed it when the cops arrived. They said the Fort Knox on camera. That's nuts. Just wanted to say, I know this is so big because of who you are, but if this hurts your heart, make sure you say something. Unfortunately, so many children are suffering. They really are. And if we don't continue to speak up about this, specifically about family vloggers, then, you know, what good are we? This is why we do this, guys. Family vlogging needs to stop because this, again, is how it turns out. Is it possible they brainwashed Arn into believing he did the things that Ruby brought up to custody? I don't know. I don't really care. You're still a grown adult. You're mandated to protect your children, especially if you're a Christian and you believe all this stuff. These kids are innocent. They are to be protected, not exploited. 8 Passengers exploits their children. Family vlogs all over the world. I've never had such a big audience, and I'm going to take this opportunity right now to 21,000 right now. Guys, stop watching family vloggers. They all end up this way to some degree. These kids are being abused this way and in other ways. They are being exploited without their informed consent. Family vlogging needs to be outlawed, and these are going to... Now you got Tiffany Smith, which is Piper Raquel's mom, coming up soon as well, and she did this to children, and worse. This happens on a large scale, and no one seems to give a shit. Yeah, exactly. If Jody gets out today, there's going to be protests, and there should be protests. Please stop watching people who put minors on their channel for cash. Okay? Please. Because you don't know what's going on behind the camera. And I know it's like, don't assume the worst, but too bad. Too bad. I'm assuming the worst because I've never seen anything but the worst. If you've never seen my other videos, go watch them. Family vlogging is a curse to these children. It is abusive and exploitative, and these kids do not have a say in what happens to their life. Now these kids' lives, for worse now, are on the internet forever. These things that Ruby has said, it's on the internet forever. These kids didn't get that choice. They're famous right now because Ruby exploited them. They did not get bail. They did not get bail. The state's lawyer put away Warren Jeffs. Oh, shit. Good. Jody will not get out today. Oh, I missed that. Will not get out today. Even if she does, she will not have a life outside jail. Apparently, again, this is getting a little bit deeper and crazier. She's got the most heavy-hitting lawyer you could possibly get. And where do you think she got that? Where do you think she got that lawyer? Guaranteed that lawyer's a Mormon. It's not worth repeating a lot, but it's just bad. And people don't believe her, and they shouldn't. Because it's really not about him. It's really not about him. And there's a video out there of Jody's niece talking about the abuse that she endured, and we should all go watch that as well. So, okay, it's been an hour and 45, guys. I think tomorrow we're going to touch on this again. We'll keep you updated to see what happens with Jody. Obviously, on September 21st, we're going to do this again, and I'll keep you updated of what we know as we go. So, please, thank you so much for being here. Please, please, please spread this message of not watching family vlogging because this is how it turns out. Please, okay? Please, please stop watching family vloggers. If you're on TikTok watching me, okay, please listen to me. Stop watching Maya Knight. Stop watching anybody else out there who exploits their children for cash. Okay? Imagine what that kid is going through and that you are being a part of that inadvertently. Try not to be. Okay? Please use your social media currency wisely and do not give it to people who exploit children, because this is where the shit ends up. Okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being amazing and valuable. Don't you forget it, okay? And I will see you very soon.